Today, I am starting a topic of objectives of business and we are doing steps of business. So, the steps of business, as I have taken this source from Manan Prakashan, is first one is analysis of internal environment. Internal environment is that environment wherein all the resources are from within your firms. Now, what do I mean by within the firms? So, the availability of the resources that you are going to use for your business will be from the firm. The first one I have is in analysis of internal environment. I have physical resources such as materials and machines. Within that, financial resources that I have is from where will I get the sources and what would be the application of funds. That means, for example, in a business, if I require 50 lakhs, so whether I'm taking as a loan, whether it's my own money that was there with me as my savings, all of this is coming under sources of funds. The next thing I have is human resources. So, human resources in terms of quality, competence, quantity of manpower. So, in this, I have is whether my human, whether my men, whether my workmen who are working for me, are they very capable? Are they skilled? How many days training do I have to give them? All of this would come under human resources. Next thing I have is policies and strategies. Policies and strategies of various functional areas such as production, marketing, human resource, finance. All this we had studied in the different departments that business has to offer. Also, I have is working conditions and welfare facilities. What are the working conditions that the place, my factory that I'm working, is it clean? Is it hygienic? Also, I have is the welfare facilities that in case my staff is getting hurt or there is kind of compensation act that the government has introduced, to what extent I am benefiting it to all my staff. And the last one is how is my union and the management relations. So that means management labor relations in my factory or in my office. So all of these sub points are a part of analysis of internal environment. Now, the internal environment reveals strength, weaknesses. That is known as what? What is what? Strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threat for my organization. The organization needs to make every possible effort to correct weakness and to improve the strength, because whatever is my weakness tomorrow could be my opportunities also if the business has taken the timely decision. Now let's take an example. If the employees, they are not committed or motivated, then the training will be given to the employees to motivate them better. Also, if the machines are outdated, then the all the committee will come together and they will replace the machines. So with this thing, I hope all the entire concept of analysis, the first step, that is analysis of internal environment, has been taken into consideration. The next step today that we are doing is analysis of external environment. Let's understand what is external environment. External environment means it affects the working of the firm. Now let's understand this. What is external? Means it is not within the firm's hand. So let's see what are the subtopics which is external to the firm. I have is government policies, the new policies that the government might introduce from time to time depending upon the government. Also the competitor strategy. Maybe Thumbs Up came up with a very good strategy and it dominated the market for 6 months until your firm came up with a better strategy. And people study each other's, the competitors' strategies to do better. The next point I have is consumers' taste and preferences. So they could change from time to time. For example, before Patanjali came into picture, people were very happy with Colgate. And then when Patanjali took the market share, people are really liking all the Patanjali products. So this could be the changes in consumers' taste and preferences. The next step I have is events in the international environment. Now maybe a lot of resources that you were using in your firm were imported from the developed nations, but because of policies in that country, now they no longer they are importing, or they have minimized their exports. So then a lot of ups and downs in the international environment would affect your policies, because these things are not in your hand. And the last sub point in analysis of external environment is technology developments. Technology developments means maybe you came up with a better technology, or a better machine that is there, which was not there before. So all of this comes under the technological environment, or you got cheaper machines and they give way more better outputs. So this the second point that I just did was analysis of external environment. The third step that we have is values and beliefs of top management. Now, this top management comprises of the CEO. Now, the CEO or the top executives may believe in quality, innovation, or they may allocate a lot of funds to R&D. So, in other organizations, the top executives may believe in volumes and not quality, and they may not go for innovation, and they may spend a lot of money on huge expenditure. Now, also, the management may frame mission. What is the mission? The mission of the firm means what is the main aim. Like, for example, the mission of an educational institution is to provide the best service and the best knowledge to all the students. Okay. Similarly, the mission of an organization or a business firm is to give best quality products at a very affordable prices, and nowhere compromising on the quality. So this would be the mission. The next step I have is involvement of employees. So by the MBO, what is MBO? Management by objectives. The superior and the subordinates, they come together and they have their joint goals. They set the goals, and both of them, that means the superior and the subordinates, they do all measures to achieve those goals. So that is known as involvement of employee, and this is the fourth step under steps in setting business objective as a question. The next point, that is the fifth point, is past performance of the firm. Now, see, once we are setting the objectives, let's take the last year's objective I had achieved was I had a turnover of 2 crores. Now, this year's objective I'm setting is I want to have a turnover of 2.5 crores. So now I will do is developments of the firm, maybe changing the technology, or maybe this year I started selling my products on WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook. So all of this is based on my past performance. How I would change is this year. So how would my present be changed so that I can achieve my targets and goals? The sixth point is setting of the objectives. Let's see what kind of objectives we have to set. The objectives are SMART. Oh, miss, what is SMART? SMART means S. S stands for specific. M stands for measurable. A stands for attainable. R stands for realistic. T stands for time bound. So the full form of SMART is specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. If I have my objectives as smart, I will surely attain my goal of example, reaching a target in sales of 2.5 crores. Next point that I have is seventh point, that is implementation. So once my objectives are set, the management must plan and implement the targets. So what are these targets? Organizing resources, directing subordinates, motivating the subordinates. All of this would be implemented from time to time. And the last point I have is review. What is review? Review means timely that whatever objectives have I set, am I able to achieve that? So all of this would come under review. So in review, the company would enable the firm to find out like whether the listed objectives are achieved. If any deviation takes place, what do I mean by deviation? Deviation means I did not achieve my goals. Then periodic reviews may change or may help the company to change from time to time objectives depending upon the situation. Maybe in the middle of any situation I might had to alter the plan, so that would be deviations, and then I will slowly and gradually come to my plan. So thank you students. What concept I had done today was the question that can come in the paper, and this small concept that I have done is known as steps in setting business objectives.